All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, first off and foremost, call Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Karkadash, Rakathum, to the elect, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Brother Shapatyah, coming at you with a quick lesson, which is really, I had a dream about 3 days ago, and through the Spirit, I just wanted to share it with the brothers. I'm trying to make it as quick as possible. Yaharatazah is edifying. Brother from GMS Chicago, Shapatyah. So here we go. So I had a dream. It was me, brother with Tazawanya, and a couple other brothers from GMS Chicago. We stopped to get some food. So what happened in this restaurant, we ended up prophesying. And there's like 50 to like 100 niggas scoffing, man. So after a while, we're like, all right, these niggas ain't listening, let's just go. They were so angry, they wanted to harm us. So we, of course, we like, listen, we ain't about to get carnal or anything, on that nature, So we're trying to leave the scene, and get away from these guys. Now, the whole time in this restaurant, there's a fat, grimace, Edomite, wicked-looking lady that's just watching the whole thing, just smiling and shit, right? And in particular, she's watching and smiling at me, all right? And she's just following us around. So eventually, we get outside and these guys start fighting us, right? So it's about 100, mind you, it's about 100 of these guys, right? So when this happens, the Spirit just told me, go get a weapon. Now, as I'm going to get the weapon, the brothers got bound up in like what seemed to be barbed wire, and they're laying on the ground. And all I see is a mob of people, which were Israelites, all right, with big hammers, big mallets, all types of weapons, beating the brothers, right? So while I'm running to go get this weapon, all that's in my head, that's in my spirit is Acts the 5th chapter. All right, they count themselves worthy to suffer for the namesake of Yahweh Shai, So I go grab the weapon, which happened to be a pistol, and the Lord allowed me to kill them all. He delivered them into my hand. I got the brothers up, and we end up leaving. So somehow, some way, I don't know if I woke up or not, but the same fat, white, Edomite-looking lady, and she really looked like Jabba the Hutt in The Penguin, who was played by Danny DeVito. She looked like a mixture of them two put together. She looked all demonic as fuck, and I just knew it was a left-handed spirit. It was heavy. So, and like I was telling you, she had watched the whole situation go down. So this time, she sits me down at a table. The first thing she offered me is gold. I push it back. I'm like, I don't want that. It's not appetizing to me. And it was gold. It was a couple of gold bars, man. She's like, okay. She pushed that away. And she offered me food, some good looking food. I said, I don't want that. Pushed that away. Then she started offering me everything. She offered me the world, all types of things, man. And eventually I got up from the table and left because I didn't want nothing that she had to offer me. I fucking left. And I woke up out of that dream. I was like, damn. That shit was wild. That was a crazy looking, that was a crazy little dream. I knew this Edomite woman I knew she was some type of wicked spirit or something like that. So I go back to sleep. Now, when I go back to sleep, I'm standing in what seems to be I felt like I was just floating in the middle of the space. I could see the stars. It was like a galaxy. It was like a dark room. It was just space, and I'm just floating there. And the Spirit tells me, said, that was just spiritual Satan trying to fuck with you. Trying to get you to fall out, offer you different things. And I was like, okay, Khan, that's what that was. So the Spirit is explaining to me the dream that I just had a couple of hours ahead of this dream, So I said, okay, Khan. Next thing I know, somebody's calling my name, And they're not calling me by my Hebrew name. They're calling me by my my slave name that my mother called me. So it's not my Hebrew name that's being called. They called my name 3 times. I wake up out of the dream. I'm like, damn, what the fuck was that? All right, okay. I go back to sleep. I'm in the same room, same area. Once again, I hear a voice call my name 3 times. I wake up out of the dream. I say, damn, this is some eerie shit. I go back to sleep. The exact same thing happened again. So when I wake up, I said, fuck it. Maybe it's the Lord calling me. I said, the next time, whoever called me, I'm going to answer. And I'm going to pray for the same prayer that Solomon had prayed for, which was more wisdom to, basically to lead the people. So the whole time when I'm waking up, I'm thinking about Samuel and Eli and that whole little ordeal. So I was like, maybe it's the Lord trying to talk to me, Now, when I'm going through all these dreams and I'm waking up, when I'm in a dream, I know I'm dreaming. I know it's a vision. I'm conscious in my dream, put it that way. So next time I go to sleep, the Lord didn't allow me to dream that dream. I was just asleep. It was just darkness. I was just asleep. So I woke up. I explained the dream to my brother. And I told him, man, damn, I feel like shit. Well, the Lord was calling me, I ain't answered. But I said, nonetheless, after I woke up the 4th time, I still prayed that prayer of the prayer of Solomon. I still sent that up regardless, right? But after that, after a couple of hours, I'm at work, and the Spirit comes to me. He said, listen, if I was calling you, I would have called you by your Hebrew name. So now I'm thinking about Paul when Shapatyah was talking to him in the Hebrew tongue. And the Spirit told me that wasn't me calling you. That was Satan. That's why he was calling you by your government name. He said, I would have called you by your Hebrew name. So it was still all a test. Now, I ended up calling Tazawanya, and he said, you know what? When you was telling me the dream, that's the same thing I thought. It was still Satan calling you. That's why the Lord never allowed you to answer that voice. And I said, damn, that was spiritual, man. It was very heavy. It boosted my faith and all that because shit, the spiritual, I was in meeting with spiritual Satan damn near, man. From my understanding. All right, he came as a form as a woman. He offered me the world, offered me gold, offered me food, which that breaks down to different doctrines. All right, the gold was the riches of this world. Then eventually he offered me the whole world. And I didn't accept none of it. And, the whole time I'm thinking about when he came to Yahushua and offered him the same thing. So when the dream is getting broken down, the Spirit is telling me that wasn't me calling you from the beginning. That was just Satan. And the Lord said, I got you. I got you. That's why I never answered that voice. And what's crazy, I told Benji this 6 hours later. After me and him already talked, and he had the same conclusion. He just didn't tell me in the beginning of the story when I was telling him about it. And two or more witnesses, the thing is established. And the Lord gave me the breakdown of the dream. That was just spiritual Satan trying to fuck with me. And that was heavy because we get it in the days where these demons are going to try to fuck with us more and more, man. The closer that day approaches, man. All right, because we're going through the fire, we're going through the trials of affliction. All right, this is a hell of a spiritual warfare, man. Shit, and me thinking, and I know the elders have their fair share of powerful demons. I'm entering what? I woke up when I was 20. I just turned 29 on the 13th, I believe. Yeah, on the 13th. So, approximately 9 years, 8.5, 9 years, however you want to put it, or whatever. I woke up when I was 20, I'm 29 now. The older you get in this truth, the stronger them demons get, man. Because this demon followed me from the first dream to all the other 4 dreams that I had, man. It was the same demon calling me. That's why the Lord said, hey, that's why the Lord kept my mouth closed And I never answered. And the Shapatyah, how about Shimmy Shy? Hey, that happened. Now, I'm not a man that, chase dreams, but that has spiritual heaviness to it, man. Satan, spiritual Satan, as well as his counterpart here on earth, is literally searching and looking and seeking for those who he could devour, man. So it's key to have that prayer up, have that faith up, being around the brothers, right? Sending up them curses, them prayers to keep Satan away from you. Resist the devil and he should flee, because that was the breakdown the Lord gave me. Resist the devil and he should flee. I didn't offer nothing he offered me on the table. I didn't listen or follow his voice, because the Lord said that, hey, that wasn't me. And I just wanted to share that with you brothers, because that was a heavy dream. I literally woke up like 5-6 different times, and I was standing in the same area. Like it was a continuing dream. I was just standing basically in the middle of space, seeing the stars, the galaxy, the different nimbus clouds, if you will, things like that. And it was just a voice calling for me, man. But the Lord told me, hey, and the Lord kind of laughed at it, or the Spirit kind of laughed at it, which is all y'all about Shapatyah. He said, basically, if I would have called you, I would have called you in your Hebrew name. That wasn't me. That was just spiritual Satan trying to fuck with you. This is the breakdown I had, God. All right? Because he told me in the dream that was spiritual Satan trying to fuck with me. And then the breakdown, after I woke up and I'm at work, the Spirit comes to me and he just breaks it down for me. I was like, damn, that's heavy. Call hello and how about Shimmy Shy for not letting me answer that voice or accept anything that was on that table, man. Because shit, the last time I went to sleep, I said, man, if this voice called me again, I'm going to answer. But the Lord didn't allow me to have that dream. When I fell asleep, it was just rest. It was dark. All I seen was the back of my eyelids. I didn't dream. Because in my head, I'm thinking, okay, it's the Lord. I got to answer him. Hey, well, what is he trying to tell me up the band? But it was all a test, man. So, hey, call Lord and how about Shimmy Shy, man. That the Lord brought me through that, man. Or the vision, or giving me meaning on it, man. That's heavy, man. All I thought about was, when Yahweh told Peter, Satan seeks to shift you, man. And guess what? Satan seeks to shift the whole house of David, man. Because Peter is the rock, man. All right? That's what the church is built on, man. So with that, hey, I pray this was edifying for you brothers. I'm say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Akar Kadash. Double honors to the other apostles of Great Millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be.